Hi, welcome. And it's my privilege to be here today to share with you some amazing technologies. You're going to get educated. You're going to learn many different things. And at the same time, just connect with some people here. So get with the person that invited you to watch this video to find out more, because we have some amazing specials from month to month, day to day. You never know. So without further ado, I'm so excited to be sharing and introducing Barb Satterwhite and her team on the Happy Hydration Hour, HHH. And they do just an amazing job. She's been in NECAN over 27 years. She's a leader in the field. She's a retired RN, but retired is not a word to share about with Barb Satterwhite. She's amazing, just a amazing energy. And Barb, I want you to take it away.
Thanks, Barbara, and my team. It's wonderful. We won't be doing an hour. We call it Happy Hydration Hour, but it's really 20 minutes. So we are here really excited, and I hope you have your beverage of choice. We've got ours, which is water. And we are going to talk about water because it's so darn important. In fact, it's the most important thing I think you can do easily for your health. And when it comes to NECAN, we have 4 products. And we're going to go through in 5 different homes about these 4 products real quickly and give you some demonstrations and have fun. Stay to the end because there's always a surprise at the end. So we're going to go ahead and get started in Richmond, Virginia with the awesome duo of Al and Sandra Thornton. So Al and Sandra, take it away.
Hello, everybody. So glad to be able to introduce to some and present to others again our wonderful waterfall. This system, which you see over Barbara's shoulder, gives you water that's not only alkaline, but it's ionized, it's micronized, it is purified. I mean, really purified. You'll hear more about that. All through this one standalone system. You don't need electricity, so if your power goes out, it doesn't matter. You can still get good, excellent water. What we're going to show you is how we know this water is alkaline, so that there won't be any question about it, because sometimes what you get in bottles isn't what you think it is. We're going to test by dropping this product, which is a alkaline indicator, into each of these containers. What you're going to see are going to be different colors. And according to the chart, what you know is if it's a deeper color, it's more alkaline. The deeper, the more alkaline. The lighter, the more acidic. And it has to do with pH, the amount of oxygen in the water. So we're going to have these 5 samples of water. This one is a popular plastic bottle style. This one is soda. It's a clear soda that's very popular. Everybody's probably had it. This is going to be spring water. This is tap water, and it's straight from our tap. Here, we're pouring it into here. And the last one is water from our waterfall. And today I'm going to use our NECAN bottle to show you how excellent it is. Now, what you will do is pour water from your tap that you've already bought into this hole at the top of the system. And when it goes in, it goes down through the filter, and all of those processes that I just named occur. Now, this water is going to be our waterfall water, and you get the same high quality, wonderful water from the waterfall bottle. All I'm doing is squeezing it into the cup. What you will uncover as I do this is that there is a difference between waters. All water is not the same. Now, I'm going to put 4 drops into each of these cups. Can you see the colors? Okay. What you C is this brand. See the yellow? This one is soda. See the yellow? This is spring. There's a color to it. This is our tap water. And this is the Niken water. These waters, the tap, you might ask, why is that a color at all? It's because the chemicals in the recycling process have included lye, L-Y-E, a rodent killer, to make the water alkaline. So people don't typically realize that what they're drinking is loaded with chemicals, not just residual, but added chemicals to make the water clean. So the reason the city does it, or municipalities do it, is to decrease the maintenance costs of their pipes. Well, what about your pipes? Now, this one you wouldn't want either. And we don't know what is making that light green. But what we know is if it's not down here, it's not to your advantage. Disease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment. And that's one of many benefits. So now that you see that they are different types of waters, we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to put the Niken alkaline water in each of these containers to see if there is a change when we do this. Like if your body is acidic, is it possible to change it? Let's see. Whoops. Even more didn't help that one, did it? Here's tap. So see, it is possible for you to change your environment. Now that you see that there's hope for your body, no matter what kind of condition it is in or what you have had to drink, now I'm going to show you what happens when you add an acidic product, like some of the flavored drinks or those athletic types of drinks. Let's see what happens when you put that into your system. Just putting a little bit. See that? Even into Mighty Mo here. It changes. So your body is very dependent on what you have in it, and you get to control it. And we're hoping that you will select water that we know is indeed clean. Now, this is one of the benefits, the alkalinity. Now we're going to show you, using my handsome husband, benefits like strength and flexibility and balance. So Al, please rub your two hands together. Okay. Thank you. All right. How do they feel?
Okay.
Feel okay?
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm going to spray one hand, just one hand, and let's see if there's a difference. Okay. Many people have reported that after just spraying alkaline water on their hands or putting it in a bowl, the discomfort leaves. Hydration has occurred. All right. So he's had a few minutes to flex his hands. What do you detect?
Very loose, very flexible compared to this one. And it's just, wow, it feels great.
Right. And you can try this yourself. If you don't have the system yet, go to somebody's house who does, and you try it on your own body. Now, we are going to show you that by drinking the water, you become stronger or not so strong. So let's just test using a baseline. Okay, Al, resist. Brother's gonna get some more water. All right, alkaline water, our water. All right, now I want you to drink our Niken water. All right, I'm gonna do the same kinesiology test again. Watch what happens to his strength. Resist. There you go. It really makes a difference. Now, I'm going to let him drink some of the other water. All right. This says purified. Okay. Purified straight from the bottle. All right, let's see if there's a difference. Resist. You see that? Drink our Nikin water. Resist. There you have it. You're more flexible, you're stronger, you're better balanced. It's good for your whole body. Barbara,
Wait, Sandra, it's Barbara here. Can you show how the water turns, the bottle turns the other ones back to alkaline at the end?
at the end, I'd be happy to do it again.
Okay, never mind,
You
never
can't
mind.
change it from acidity to alkaline. It's too acidic.
Got it. Never mind. Go ahead, Barb, take it back.
All right, thanks to Al and Sandra. Let's toast to them. Who wouldn't want good filtered alkaline water and have more energy and flexibility? I think everybody, right? Well, I've got the pleasure of introducing you to Nikin's latest water product, which is called the Hydrogen. And this is a little generator. It's called a hydrogen generator. It has a plug here that you plug into it, and then you plug it into the wall. It comes with its own glass bottle that we would fill up with the Mag filtered water. And we'd screw on the generator, turn it upside down, and in 6 minutes, you have a hydrogen water. And it's water that's rich in hydrogen, which means it's rich in antioxidants. So in 6 minutes, you can create that. See, hydrogen water supports your cellular energy production, and it provides really all these antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. So think about this: when it's consumed, the hydrogen water supplies an abundance of antioxidants in order just to relieve that oxidative stress that we all have and bring our bodies back into balance, helping us maintain that active wellness. So it's another wonderful technology that we have. So here's to hydrogen and hydrogen water. Okay, now we're going to go to Carol Cosby, who's going to talk about our phenomenal water bottle. Carol, take it away.
So I've been using the Nikin products for over 20 years, and I have favorites in each of the health categories. However, in the water category, my favorite is the Nikin sports bottle. My friends, they laugh at me because I treat this bottle like my American Express card. I don't leave home without it. It's portable, and I can have alkaline water wherever there is drinkable water. This bottle is totally biodegradable, so therefore it doesn't stay in the landfills. It has all the features that Sandra and Al just spoke about regarding the waterfall. This filter takes out nanoparticles of toxins and other particulates and microplastics. So what's the big deal about alkaline water? Alkaline water is higher than pH tap water. It also helps with ORP, which stands for oxidation reduction potential. This refers to the water's ability to act as an antioxidant. So take for an example, when you bite into an apple or cut into an avocado and leave it on the table for a few minutes, it starts to turn brown. That's a form of oxidation or aging. Now that happens in and out of our bodies, but not that fast. Thank God it doesn't happen that fast. With the technology within the Nikin sports bottle, it helps reduce the oxidation potential, fights free radicals, and as you have seen, it gives you an energy difference. It makes you stronger. The last technology in the sports bottle is declustering. I think we can all agree that we drink water in order to hydrate our bodies, right? We want to absorb as many nutrients as possible when we eat, and the same goes for water. We want to be as hydrated as possible by the water we drink, or at least we should want to be. Declustering allows us to hydrate more effectively. Declustering simply means the molecules are separated and not clumped and are absorbed in our bodies easier. Am I making sense? Now, this is the most interesting and fascinating fact of this entire segment, in my opinion, and I need for you to hear me on this. There are no federal regulations for residential water filters or purifiers. Did you hear me? There are no federal regulations for residential water filters or purifiers. There are instead voluntary national standards set by the ANSI and NSF. Shut the front door. Now, I need for you to understand one more thing, and that is that Nikin does not do just standards with the filtration system or with any of our products. So let me give you some examples of how Nikin exceeds standards with the Pymac filtration system. They exceed standards for particulates, chlorine, chloramine, taste, and odor reduction, cyst reduction, and they exceed standards for lead reduction and bacteria reduction. They exceed. I say no more. There's no question that with the technology behind the Pymac sports bottle that Nikin is a pioneer in water filtration. It's really a win-win product for your health and for our environment. So it comes down to recycling, reducing, and reusing. Eco-friendly. So we're here to share the technology and share going green with you. So hopefully I'll see you on the Nikin Highway with your Nikin sports bottle. Back to you, Barb.
Thank you, Carol. Here's to that wonderful bottle that's a great travel companion. Everywhere you go, when I travel, I fill up the water on the plane. I use the hotel water to make my coffee in that bottle. I literally use it for everything. So thanks, Carol. Now, Gwen Carter is going to share with us a little bit about cost comparison. You know, you'll be amazed at how much you can save economically with this, in addition to all the health benefits. So Gwen, it's all yours.
Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you, based on the annual consumption of, I can't see the bottom of this. Oh, there it is, 1,056 gallons per household of 4 people drinking 8 12-ounce glasses per person per day. So let's say that you purchase a waterfall in the first year. So over here in the green area, this would be, it would include the water unit with a filter of $426. And then the 3 filters is $48. It comes to a total of $570 that you spent in the first year for the waterfall. Well, if you spent the same amount of water at Costco or Walmart, you would have spent $1,552 in the first year. And then over here in the green area, this is Zephyr Hills water. This is the water that I was drinking for years and years. And I would have been consuming for about spending $1,821. Well, now let's jump out to the second year. This year, the second year, you're not paying for the cost of the waterfall again. You're only paying for the 4 filters, which come to $219. Well, in the same year, the second year for Walmart and Costco, you're spending $1,552, and then Zephyr Hills is $1,821. Well, now let's go out 5 years. The total amount of water that you would be consuming would be $1,446 that you spent. Well, look over here at Walmart. We didn't even come to that price. In the first year, it was $1,552. But in the 5th year, you're actually spending $7,761. That is a huge difference between the $1,446. Well, the Zephyr Hills, it jumps up to $9,105. That's a huge amount of spending for bottled water that you're lugging around, bringing into your home. Well, now let's jump down to something else here. I want to share with you, on average, people consume between 1,000 to 1,460 bottles annually. Well, they're consuming 4 bottles a day. That's how we got to the 1,460 per year. And look at all of these bottles that we are wasting and putting in our landfill. This is huge. And I want to show you all something that can help our environment, and that is this beautiful sports bottle. So for this sports bottle, you are helping, it's like Carol had mentioned, that it's a reusable bottle, it's consumable, and you're able to fill it up with 250 fill-ups per filter. It's only $61 for this sports bottle and at 25 cents per bottle fill up. And then after that, you're only spending 10 cents per bottle fill up. Oh, this is huge. And then if each person on this Zoom was using this PyMeg sports bottle, well, then we would be saving 1,460 bottles that were going in the landfill. And here we are, we'd be saving money and we'd be saving our environment, and we would be saving our wellness also. Huge. Well, that's all I had to share for now. Back to you, Barb.
Thanks, Gwen. Who wouldn't like to save some money in addition to all those other wonderful benefits? Here's to that. It truly is amazing. And plus the, like you mentioned, Gwen, the lugging of the bottles, the storing of the bottles, the waste, it's awful. Anyway, we love that concept. So
Hey guys, can you hear me? Am I talking right now?
yes,
Oh,
You
hi.
need-
You
No,
need to
we're
mute.
recording. We'll do it at the end. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Barb.
so our last product, which is our shower system, we're going to ask Mary Bowser to share with us. So Mary, it's all yours.
Thanks, Barb. I absolutely love all those products, but the one that wakes me up in the morning, that's the PyMeg shower. So
Just catching up on a little reading here. According to the World Meteorological Association, for the third winter in a row, we're going to experience La Nina. So what does this mean for our winter forecast? What does it mean for the jet stream? I have no idea. Only jet stream I'm concerned about is right here. It's the microjet shower system by Niken. With this technology, I am guaranteed a winter full of warm showers. And I know that that water has been conditioned without chemicals, without salt. I know that the filtration system is taking care of sediments, odors, and if you're on town water, it's neutralizing chlorine, and that is huge for your health. Typical 10-minute shower, you're going to absorb through your skin or inhale the equivalent of sitting down and drinking 8-ounce glasses of chlorinated water. So that's the technology end. On the beauty end of it, it's going to make your hair and skin feel and look so good. So I would give you 2 thumbs up, but I'm under my towel. Now, Mary's got a forecast for the bundle of savings.
absolutely. And one of the things that Niken has done, not only is there the technology that we know that people need to mute, but otherwise the technology that Niken has done is to bundle all of it together. So I'm going to put the camera right here so you can see. You have 2 water packs to choose from. And you get the waterfall that Alan Sonder talked about, plus you get a spare filter. You also get the sport bottle that Carol talked about, and you get 2 spare filters and nozzles, and you get your choice of shower head. You saw the shower that we have, the Walmart, so you would get a spare shower filter. You could also choose the handheld version, and the filter is right inside the handle, and you would get 2 spare filters for that. So coming all back with what's going on, Niken not only provides you great water, great technology, enhanced water to drink, helps your body, helps the environment, but they can save you money. And you know, with the water packs, it's like getting the water bottle for free. Back to you, Barb.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mary and Barry, for that wonderful demonstration of our shower systems. Okay, so that concludes our little hydration happy half hour, and we like the HHH, Happy Hydration Hour, or be happy, be healthy, and be hydrated. Thank you all.
Thank you, Barb Zadaway. Thank you, all of your team players. You're just amazing. I love that presentation. I learn from it every time. So it's so wonderful. So now I have the privilege to welcoming Linda Morris on from St. Petersburg, Florida. She's been in Niken over 25 years and is an amazing product expert with these technologies and actually personally experienced them. So I'm asking her to share her experiences. So Linda, take it away.
Well, how many people love to go to bed and sleep at night? So what brought me to Nikan all these years ago was I had neck issues and I had constant pounding and pressure in my head. And I had 14 pillows that just did not cut it. In fact, every morning there'd be like 4 pillows on the side of the bed because I could not get comfortable. So thanks to Nikan, I've now prevented those issues for 26 years. But earlier this year, Nikan came out with the best pillow ever. And it's fully customizable. So I know I'm not on the right green screen, but I might share. So anyway, this new pillow, it's perfect. I have a long neck. How many people have long necks? A lot of times we have such a hard time getting the right height. Some people have shorter necks. Some people, are more, they need something softer. Some people want things a little firmer. And Nikan finally came up with the perfect pillow and I absolutely love it. And I've been lucky. I've been using it since January. I know I got it first. But in the center, we have this, this part here and there's no technology. So it's about a little less than 1 inch wide. So if you need it to be shorter, you take it out and you put it aside. And then we have 2 other sides. One, you can actually see the magnetics in here. This is like the softer side. So it's more of like the memory foam. It still has the little egg crate that stimulates and gives you that little finger pressure massage, and it has the magnetics. And then on the other side, we also have the rubber thing, which a lot of us know a lot about this. It helps regulate that temperature so you don't have a hot head. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I have a 1-page sheet that really talks about the benefits that are in this pillow. All the amazing technology is in this pillow. It has the magnetic spread through it. It has tourmaline, which is a gem, and that actually creates a calming effect, like you're in nature, like you're, it could be in a forest, you could be by the ocean. And as you're laying there throughout the night, it releases that. And this is actually from, let's see, it's from a Japanese volcano. And it has like the highest concentration of this kind of like a kinkotherm technology. And it's in the nodules of this pillow, which is just amazing that Nikan has this, the best in the world, actually. So in addition, the rubber thing, it's going to give you that massaging action. Okay, here it is. A volcanic ash extracted from the Shirasu volcano in Japan and baked at more than 1,000 degrees. It's part of the rubber thing nodules that help regulate your temperature, because if you have a hot head, you're going to be hot. So our whole sleep system helps to balance your temperature so you're not hot or cold, achy or stiff. And they have just made it so user-friendly with this pillow. So we have, you can actually customize it 6 different ways, whatever is best for you, and the height and the length of your neck. So there'll be no more whining. Okay, no more whining, because this is the perfect pillow. And Nikan has brought it to us, and I'm so grateful. And I love that little curve. It just gives you that proper support, whether you're sleeping on your back or on your side, whatever position you're in. And then, of course, you put on the Nikan pillow sham that they sell individually. Once again, that helps regulate your temperature, helps with that soothing, relaxing effect, calming effect, which that's what you want at night, is that soothing, calming effect. So this is the best pillow ever. I am so thrilled that we have it. Thank you, Nikan. You continue to find the best and bring it to us, and I'm so grateful every day. So thank you, Barbara.
Awesome, Linda. Thank you so much. I know I love my pillow. It's just made a tremendous difference for me, and I thought I was sleeping pretty well. So, excuse me, there you have it. So now I want to say that at the end, we'll be giving some we'll be raffling off a Humans Being More. And Humans Being More is a one-day workshop that we have that just enhances who you are, where you are at the time, and helps you with your goals, your vision, and your mission, what your purpose is in life. And that, I think, has a standalone from many other companies and such. I just wanted to give that bit because I am not the person I was 27 years ago. And thanks to Nikan, I have grown and blossomed and really enhanced who I am as a person. And along with the business and the products and the technologies. But I just wanted to say, humans being more is something that is a gift to give, and we'll be raffling that one off as well. So get with the person that invited you to check out these videos, because this is amazing and there is more. I'm just so thrilled to be able to introduce Dr. Gary Linder. I tell you, he has his degree in physiology. He's been with Nikken nearly 25 years. He is a scientist extraordinaire and an expert on these products and technologies and the economic stuff going on right now. So without further ado, I am turning it over to Dr. Gary Linder.
Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all the information everybody else has shared so far. So let me share my screen here and we will get started. Okay, there we go. Well, nice. I'm going to move a little panel over here. There we go. Yeah, so I have a doctorate degree in physiology, been involved with Nikken for about 25 years. And like many of you, how I started was I had some amazing results with some products. So this really, as a physiologist, piqued my interest. So what everybody's been talking about today, the products and the technologies, are what we call a wellness home. And that's what I'm going to talk about. And this is actually a solution for many of the health problems that we had. So we're going to talk about the wellness home, and specifically why, at least in my opinion, and I've known many of yours too, everyone needs one. So what's our biggest health challenge? And I'm going to start with a little bad news here, but then we're going to get to some really good news. So bear with me. So what's our biggest health challenge? You know, despite the last few years dealing with a global pandemic and everything else, our biggest health challenge still remains chronic diseases. You know, nearly 50% of all adults and 40% of children have at least one chronic disease, and 1 in 4 have 2 or more. And I'm sure there's not one of us on this call today that hasn't experienced a chronic issue, either personally or with a family member or with friends, because it is very prevalent. It is actually, by the time we're 65, 80% of us have one or multiple chronic diseases. All right. And like I said, this is not good news, but it's things we need to be aware of if we want to improve things. So chronic disease is responsible for 70% of deaths globally, and 90% of our healthcare dollar is spent treating and managing chronic diseases. Now, how do we do this? How do we treat and manage them? Usually with pharmaceutical intervention. So the US represents 4.4% of the world population, yet we consume 75% of the world's pharmaceutical drugs. So there's over 4.38 billion prescriptions were filled in 2019. And I know that number has risen in the last 3 years. And it continues to rise. You know, the number of average prescriptions increases with age, to 13 to those for 50 to 64 years old, to over 22 for those that are 80. So this is a huge expense and a huge cost, and that's why it represents 90% of our 2.7 trillion healthcare dollar. All right. So what if, all right, now bear with me, dream with me, if you will. All right. What if we can change this to where only 1 in 10 adults have a chronic condition? And I think this is very doable because both the World Health Organizations and the Centers for Disease Control agree that over 80% of chronic diseases are preventable. All right. So what if we only had 1 in 10? All right. What if by the time age 65, only 20% of us had some of these conditions instead of 80%? What if it only represented 10% of global deaths? And what if we spent 90% of our healthcare dollar on prevention and 10% on treatment? So what's the answer? And what are the factors? What are the causative factors? I think we want to find out, if we want to switch this, what are the causative factors for chronic issues? Well, they're broken down into two categories. Non-modifiable factors, which includes heredity and age, all right? And the good news, modifiable factors. And the World Health Organization agrees that chronic diseases are primarily environmental, not genetic or due to our age, okay? So when we look at these modifiable factors, they include cultural and environmental factors such as globalization, urbanization, pollution, which all contributed to our body burden, the environmental toxins in our bodies. And pretty much any place in the world you go, where you find this globalization, modernization, industrialization, chronic disease follows. You know, I was having dinner with a physician, and this some years ago, and I was actually in the Mideast at the time in Israel, and we were having dinner, and then Dr. Ken was a physician from Ohio who had done the sabbatical, so to speak, in Nairobi, in Kenya. And I asked him, I just asked him off the cuff during dinner, what are the major health issues? I'm getting a terrible echo here. So, okay, there we go. That's better. What's the major health issues, you know, in Nairobi? And I thought for sure he was going to talk about some infectious diseases, different things. All right. And he said, no, chronic diseases, heart attack, stroke, cancer, same thing in the US. So any place we go where, like I said, industrialization, a modern type of life, processing of food takes place, chronic disease follows. So the good news, again, is we have these modifiable factors, and many of these are behavioral, such as tobacco use, an unhealthy diet, poor or inadequate sleep, dehydration, and physical inactivity all contribute to chronic issues. So in our self-care awakening, and much times in Nikken as well, we talk about 5 vital factors for life. All right. And these are air, water, sleep, nutrition, and the natural energies of the sun and the earth. Now, these are vital. They aren't, you can just do them some of the time. All right. We need to breathe. We breathe 20,000 times a day. We need to hydrate, and we need to stay hydrated daily. And we can only live without water for about 3 days. We need to sleep daily, and we can only live without sleep for about 3 weeks. Food, about 3 months. We need to fuel our bodies, and we need the natural energies of the sun and the earth. So are these elements, these vital elements that we require daily, currently in our modern world in a healthy condition? I think we'd have to say no. They're far removed from the way nature intended. We have polluted air, we have contaminated water, chlorinated water, bottled water with microplastics, BPAs, whatever your choice might be there. And we have inadequate or poor quality sleep, too much fast food, too many processed foods, way too much sugar in our nutrition and in our diet. And we are constantly blocking the natural energies of the sun and the earth. So we've got 50 trillion cells in our body. I'll give you a little physiology right now. All right. We got 50 trillion cells in our body. All right. Our nature is to nurture these cells so they can replicate and continually replicate themselves and keep them healthy. But to do that, we need these 5 vital elements. Now, if we aren't providing those in a healthy fashion, can our body be able to do that to keep us healthy? So, and the other thing I want to point out here too, that our world has changed very rapidly in the last couple hundred years. And I always like to ask the question, and I will ask you the question, have we changed biologically in the last couple hundred years? Really, no, we haven't. So really, we want to get back to nature. So maybe it's these 5 vital elements that are actually causative effects for chronic disease because of the way they currently exist. So let's look at each of these. Air is very important. Like I said, we breathe 23,000 times a day. We can only live about 3 minutes without air. And air pollution is the 4th highest risk factor for death globally. But what we're more concerned about here is the air inside, indoor air quality. Pollutants inside our homes can be 2 to 5 times higher than outside, even in the most polluted cities. This is also compounded by the fact that we spend 90% of our time indoors. And of course, I think we'd all agree, many of us spent more time indoors in the last couple of years than we usually do. And who spends most time indoors? Most time indoors is spent by the old, the elderly, the sick, or the very young, the children. All right. So we want to have healthy air. The solution in the Nikken Wellness Home is the Kinko Air Purifier. It uses HEPA filtration, the same that's used in operating suites and in clean rooms and electronics. All right. But it also conditions the air the way we find in nature, with negative ions, say near waterfalls, near the ocean, or in forests. And actually the way it conditions that air in Japanese is called Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. We would want this healthy air in our homes. And it's a vital component of the Nikken Wellness Home. So how about water? A couple issues here. One, we choose about every other beverage other than water, and 75% of us walk around dehydrated every day. And dehydration has been called the mother of all epidemics, and the first step we need to take when addressing chronic disease. And our body craves the healthiest water possible, the way nature intended. Bottled water is not a healthy choice. What is the better choice is to filter tap water, just like Sandra said earlier. We've already paid for it. All right. So it's a very cost-effective way to provide healthy air for your, or healthy water for your family. So failure to drink enough water can cause what? Lots of chronic issues: fatigue, joint pain, weight gain, ulcers, headaches, high blood pressure, kidney diseases, type 2 diabetes, and the list can go on and on. So again, another vital component for our health is to stay well hydrated. And we'd want to do that with the healthiest water possible. And thanks to Barbara and her team for going through the water products. They're one of my favorite categories. And many of you know this who have followed any of the presentations we've given, that the first choice for many people is to change the water they're drinking to improve their health. We replace every drop of water in our body in 30 days. And so that's pretty cool. So again, these are amendable, modifiable behaviors and factors that we can do to improve our health. So healthy water, very important component of the Nikken Wellness Home. Sleep. All right, here's an issue. World Health Organization calls a lack of sleep, or quality sleep, a lack of quality sleep, a global epidemic. All right, which is a pandemic, basically. All right. American adults get less than 6.5 hours of sleep per night. All right. That's more than an hour less than it was 40 years ago. And we need 8 hours of good quality sleep. Sleep has been shown to be more important than diet and exercise in predicting longevity. And that's been quoted by many sleep scientists. All right. And failure to sleep can cause what? Again, a whole list of chronic conditions, including diabetes, Alzheimer's, our biggest killer, cardiovascular disease, stroke, obesity, cancer, again, biggest killers. So we want to get 8 hours of quality sleep. The best way to do that within the Wellness Home is the Nikken Kinko Rest sleep system. And thank you for Linda for talking about our new Mukura pillow. It is the best pillow I have. Heather and I both agree. This is the most awesome pillow I've ever used. It will go everywhere with me. So thank you, Linda, for that. And it also illustrates another point. Nikken is a very dynamic company. Although we're 47 years old, we're continue to add to our product line to improve our health. And the Mukura is a good example of that we just introduced. So this sleep system is designed around the physiology of sleep to give you the best night's sleep possible, restful, rejuvenating. Best way I can describe it is, and I used to be a terrible sleeper. I mean, I would try to go to sleep. Maybe I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up an hour later, look at the clock, fall asleep, wake up an hour, hour and a half later, look at the clock. And through my adult life, that was my normal sleep pattern until I got the Nature sleep system. I go to sleep now, I stay asleep, I wake up, I feel great. I feel like I was when I was a kid, waking up Saturday morning to go play ball. So this morning I woke up all excited to be able to share with you guys. So same thing, fully rested and ready to go. So it's a great night's sleep, and we want that in our wellness home as well. Food. Now here's something that's really just a personal choice, and it's a difficult choice for people every day. It's been said we are what we eat, and I do believe that that is very, very true. And so it is a conundrum and a decision for people every day. And here's the core issue with that. Only 1 in 10 American adults get enough fruits and vegetables in their diet. And we really need 3 main food sources. We need proteins, fruits, and vegetables, and we need fats too. But let's just focus on this. 60% of children don't get enough fruits, and 93% don't eat enough vegetables. We have way too much fast food. And like I said, look how much sugar is added to food. Average American right now eats 153 grams of sugar a day. That's nearly 20 times more than we ate 100 years ago. And how's that going to affect our health? Well, not very good. Again, lots of chronic issues, especially type 2 diabetes. So we want to get core nutrition. Niken solution is 3 products that Heather and I use daily here in our wellness home to supply our protein, our Kenzen Vital Balance protein shake. It is the best on the market. Linda's got a number of presentations on this. They're very, very good, excellent presentations on the nutritional benefit of the Kenzen Vital Balance. We also have our organic barley grass, jade greenzymes, for our vegetable complement, and our delicious tasting Super Siaga to get our daily fruit requirements. So very simple, easy, cost-effective ways to supply core nutrition to your family is in the Niken Wellness Home. And this is whole food nutrition, not just supplements, but whole foods. So energy. Here's the issue. We need the energy of the sun and the energy of the earth, the magnetic energy, the negative ions of the earth, the electrons of the earth, but we're constantly blocking them. We live in a world of electronic smog. I mean, cell phones, laptops, TV, Wi-Fi, everywhere you go. So we want to aid our bodies in providing these. And Linda, again, talked a little bit about that with the pillow, with the volcanic ash, helping reflecting some of the light energies to keep us even temperatures in the new Mukura pillow and in the sleep system as well. So these are technologies that Niken adds throughout the wellness home in different products to give us the energy of the sun and the earth. And we would want those in our Niken Wellness Home as well. So what's pictured here is the Niken Energy Pack. And there is an assortment of products there to provide these natural energies that, again, are vital, okay? But also, Heather and I call this our first aid kit at home. If somebody has a boo-boo or an owie, there's usually a Niken product that can help. They're products that we use daily for more balance or more energy, kind of similar to the way that you saw Al and Sandra demonstrate balance and energy with the water system. And we can do the same thing with these energy products as well. So these are in our Niken Wellness Home. So what is a Niken Wellness Home? It transforms our living spaces into a safe haven. a place that not only supports better health and energy, but promotes balance and well-being. Many times it's referred to as a greenhouse for humans. And I think that's very descriptive and appropriate, because what does a greenhouse do for plants? It allows them to thrive. So think of a greenhouse for humans. That's the Nikken Wellness Home. So how does Nikken accomplish this? This is pretty interesting. For 47 years, Nikken has been using a process called biomimicry. And what biomimicry is using science and technology to replicate nature. Now, I became first aware of this term in the literature in 2008. Nikken's been doing it since 1975, so definitely ahead of the curve there. And most scientists and health professionals have stated and believe that biomimicry will be of great importance in the future. And why not? Because we all know who knows best? Mother Nature. All right. So the wellness home is really bringing back into your home these vital elements the way nature intended. All right. Now, these are products we use every day. They're simple, easy to use, affordable solutions to change these behaviors for less chronic disease by supplying the body with what it needs for its 50 trillion cells. Every time I say that, each one of you replaced 50 million. You ought to go, wow, because I go, wow, as a physiologist when I even think about that. But we need to provide the tools and do that in a healthy fashion. So the Nikken Wellness Home is the most logical and effective prevention-focused healthcare system, self-care system in the world. And that's a quote you can use by me, and I firmly believe that. So starting a Nikken Wellness Home is a decision to bring these principles of nature to yourself and your loved ones, and also live in harmony with nature, nurture our nature physiologically, and we also want to nurture the nature of our planet and keep it healthy too. And Nikken is committed to do that. As part of the global wellness community, that is our commitment to sustain planet Earth, not only for ourselves, but for our future generations as well. And I love the analogy that Gwen Carter used when she showed one sport bottle can replace 1,400, nearly 1,500 plastic single-use water bottles a year for each person. That would have a tremendous effect on our planet. And everybody looks at that bottle and says, well, isn't that bottle plastic? No, it's a special polymer that will degrade in a landfill within 6 months. It'll turn to dirt. And I'll tell you a little quick Nikken story. We had the filtration system for that bottle before we had the bottle. And for 4 years, Nikken did not introduce a water bottle product for filtered alkaline water because they didn't have a bottle yet that wouldn't pollute the planet. Now that's a heart of a company right there, to forego profit and product for 4 years till they could develop a special polymer that wouldn't pollute the earth at all. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of Nikken for that. So let's kind of summarize here. And what am I saying? Listen, guys, this is all pretty much common sense. I mean, it really is. So if you enjoy the benefits of modern living, indoor plumbing, who doesn't enjoy indoor plumbing? All right. If you enjoy electricity, if you enjoy heating and air conditioning, internet, Wi-Fi, cell phones, laptops. If you enjoy these things of modern living, and we all do, we all know we do, then we really need technology to counteract the side effects of those technologies, if you follow what I'm saying. You need a wellness home. And that's why I think everyone needs one. So self-care And the Nikan Wellness Home products provide an integrative approach to being healthy by choice. And our motto is every home, a wellness home. We are driven. We have a vision 2025 to create 10 million new wellness homes. 10 million new wellness homes can help in a big way, help reduce that biggest health challenge of chronic disease. I think we have a solution here for everyone. We need to share it, and we need your help to do that, to create these 10 million new wellness homes. So we invite you to become part of our global wellness community. Get back to the person who invited you to take a look at today, or take a look at this in the video. It's very important. This is a great community with caring people that have solutions for many people, maybe for yourself or many people that you know. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Barb. But first, I want to remind everybody about our Balanced Life, Happy Life weekly gatherings. And these are on Tuesday evenings at 5:30 Eastern, 8:30 p.m. or 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Tune in. They're 15 minutes. They have time. They're great information. And coming up next week is Barb Satterwhite again with talking about healthy hydration. So with that, I will stop my share, turn it back over to you, Barbara, and I thank you and thank everybody for your attention. And everybody needs a wellness home.
That was a beautiful job. Thank you so much. I just love your presentation. It just really opened your eyes in a whole different way, and bringing us together collaboratively during this odd time, right? The pandemic area. I call it hibernation. But
well, cheers. Everybody have some water.
Everybody have some water right now. And I'm hopeful that Sandra and Al Thornton didn't clean up their office yet. So Sandra and Al, if you're still around, can you come back up? Because the most important thing that I learned from their presentation many moons ago was when she took the water bottle and then turned the aqua water back to alkalinity using our Pymac bottle. So I'm not sure if that's possible, but let's see if she is around. Sandra? Okay.
I totally apologize.
Did you
Barb.
clean it up? You
I
already cleaned it up?
We cleaned it up.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So I'm just going to share about it. And I'm going to share that when you take this water and you might put it in a little bit of tea, or maybe a little bit of your, well, you might not want to cool off your coffee, but it could make it a little bit more alkaline. And that is tremendous. So she does one more level. She'll have to come next Tuesday to find it and see, but she'll take this bottle and squeeze it into those other ones, except the soda. The soda does not change at all. Even that little bit, no matter how much water she puts in it, will not change it back to alkalinity. So that to me is tremendous. I mean, I just got back from a trip and I was so thankful to have my water bottle with me to fill it and use. So do me a favor, get with the person that invited you to watch this video, because it's tremendous. Nikan has transformed many people's lives. It has a potentiality to transform yours. Be open, check it out, and I always say kick the tires. So thank you guys so much, and let's